has 2 fouls now, and they're taking him out of the game. Watch Brunson making a sacrifice and defying Thompson.
About 2.5 minutes into his first playoff game, the 22-year-old Thompson has to sit, and you mentioned it. Pistons fans think he could be a Jalen Brunson stopper for J.B. Bickerstaff's squad.
But like we say, he has no playoff experience, folks, so he was too hell-bent. That's why he's relegated to the bench.
Bickerstaff said the Pistons' win here in December was a real turning point. They started to believe after that win. Ball fake from Anunoby, and he drills it through.
Previously, I mentioned OG turning down a 15-footer. This time, the right elbow with the 3-ball.
Hardaway, unable to answer. And without Brunson, those 15 games, Knicks went 9-6. And a big part of why is because Anunoby's offense kept him afloat. Now a step back. Got it over Cunningham. Timeout Pistons. Anunoby averaged 28 points over a 10-game stretch when Brunson was out. He's still cooking in the postseason. And the Knicks have an early 8-3 lead.
Yeah, OG was a beneficiary of the injury to Brunson. Starting to percolate and devastate now. This is the 3-ball. Then Cunningham posted and toasted the Pistons in disarray. They need time.
Imagine if there's an ESPN Sportsbook app that linked to the ESPN app so you could track bets while you check stats. Go from streaming to betting in a couple taps. Personalized offers based on your fantasy team.
You're literally describing ESPN Bet, which exists.
Be a total game changer. It's one of my best ideas.
ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN. Sign up today and receive $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
Can you engineer a feeling? Is there a formula for bliss? Can a car do more than get you there? Can it move you?
Knicks have an early 8-3 lead in game 1. 5 straight points from OG Anunoby. It's the 4th ever matchup in the postseason between the Knicks and the Pistons. First time they squared off, the Bernard King series, round 1, 1984. They won it 3-2 with one of the great playoff performances in Knick history. Bernard averaged 43 points a game as the Knicks beat the Pistons in a decisive game 5 at Joe Louis Arena, led by another 44 from Bernard King. Then 6 years later, second round, 1990, these were the bad boy Pistons. They defeated the Knicks 4-1 en route to their second straight NBA title. Mark Aguirre had a game-high 25 in the clincher, but then 2 years later, many folks thought this was the end of the bad boy era. Knicks beat the Pistons in the deciding 5th game, led by Patrick Ewing's 31-19 at the Garden in the clincher. Knicks went on to play the Bulls in the East semis and took Chicago to 7 games in that series. But just the 4th time, Clyde, these two teams have not been in the playoffs together since 2004 when Detroit won their last championship.
Yep, been a long drought for the Pistons. So they've talked it over. Cade will bring it up.
Anunoby's had the early assignment on Cunningham. He has not taken a shot yet.
We mentioned the playoffs. This is a different scenario now.
Bridges reaches in, poked it loose. Cunningham fades away, missed it short. Hart always wants to run. Threads the needle. Bridges inside, banks it in.
The Villanova connection, bounding and astounding. So Bridges slicing to the hoop. Hart overzealous with this foul. Let's take a look at Bridges D on Cade. Both guys are 6'6". See, somebody should come and help right here, folks. Somebody should help. But a good job by Bridges and Hart. And Bridges, the beneficiary of his good defense, swooping and hooping.
The second foul on Josh Hart, but he signaled to the bench that he was okay to stay in. Malik Beasley comes in, pulls up for two. High bounce, and it fell off.
One and done for the Pistons.
Beasley candidate for sixth man of the year as Hart goes to the rim, got stripped by Harris, and it'll stay with New York.
They mentioned Harris' 14th season out of Long Island. Harris also played collegiately at Tennessee, so the Knicks will have it underneath.
High school at Hollow Hills West and Long Island Lutheran for Tobias Harris.
Spencer knows about that connection out there.
Ball punched out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Detroit. Knicks thought there should have been a foul at the very least.
Cunningham, nothing yet.
He lit up the entire league this year, including the Knicks. Averaged 31 points and 8 assists in the 4 games, and he shot 52% from 3. Finds an open Harris. He's got Towns on skates, but Cat recovers for the rejection.
I mentioned help. Towns doing a good job that time. Watch Harris elude Hart. But Towns, the 7-footer, would hear none of it. But the Pistons retain it underneath.
That's your Volvo Protective Paint, brought to you by Volvo Cars.
And Towns, critics want to see more of that. Protecting the rim.
Okay, Clyde. First Nick off the bench is Landry Shamet as Malik Beasley misses a 3, but Hardaway gets a new possession. Good one-hand catch from Beasley, and this time he connects to stop a 7-0 Nick run.
Beasley set a club record, folks, with 3s this season. Not an aberration. He averaged 4 makes a game.
And he was a killer in the 2 Pistons wins at Madison Square Garden this year as Brunson finds an open Bridges rhythm 3-pointer. Too much. In December, Beasley went 7 of 10 from downtown, and then he was 6 of 8 in January as Duran commits an offensive foul. He pushed Mikal Bridges in the back.
We mentioned folly. If you've never played in the playoffs before, there's a lot of adrenaline, a lot of passion, and you've got to be able to control that passion. We already see Thompson's on the bench with 2 quick fouls, and Duran, ill-advised foul here.
The Pistons are 4th in the league in most fouls committed. And this does set up an interesting matchup. Isaiah Stewart is one of the best. Nobody can guard Karl-Anthony Towns, but he comes pretty close, Isaiah Stewart, with his size and quickness.
Stewart's out of Rochester, New York, folks. So he's bringing back that old bad boy image.
And apparently he wore the number 33 at Washington in honor of Patrick Ewing. Towns off the catch. Too strong. Shamet reaching for the rebound, but winds up with Cunningham.
Yeah, Hardaway doing a good job keeping it away from Shamet.
And it'll be on Cunningham again. Almost fumbled it away.
Crowd loving OG's D now.
Harris left alone at the elbow, and he knocks it down.
Well, when you double, Harris making them pay.
That's the big question for Detroit. Who can be that secondary option? Nobody other than Cade Cunningham averages over 16 points. It's Malik Beasley who has exactly 16. Brunson knifing inside, net by Stewart. Scores anyway.
There was some contact, but no foul call.
Stewart, one of the best rim protectors in the NBA. Over 100 block shots this year as Towns pokes it away from Cunningham. Anunoby on the move. Beasley stripped it out of bounds.
So Cunningham having that heck moment in the playoffs. Yeah, he's suffering from Murphy's Law right now. So OG has been a beneficiary. So he's going to the line. Well, they didn't give him an active shooting.
And a lot of contact on that strip, but apparently it was clean out of bounds. This time, Beasley gets called for a foul.
Wow. Could not believe. Watch the sleight of hand by Beasley. But he got armed as well. They got a break there.
He was fired up after that play. Not a guy who's afraid to celebrate.
Then he comes right back with the foul.
Bridges backing down Hardaway. He loves the mid-range, and that's why one of the most efficient scorers from inside the arc in the NBA.
We've seen a good D by Bridges. We've seen him slicing and dicing. This time they fall back baby jumper.
He starts the playoffs 2 for 3. He said it was a long wait after missing the playoffs last year with Brooklyn. 3 from the corner. Tobias Harris connects. He's got 5.
Yeah, Harris previously in the paint, about 15 feet away.
Knicks have 5 from Brunson, 5 from Anunoby, and 4 from Bridges. The Brunson Towns pick and roll. In effect, Brunson took a hit, and he'll get to the free throw line. It's the 4th foul in the quarter on the Pistons.
Brunson, shrewd, clever, slick. So he'll be rewarded with 2. As they call him Beef Stew, Stewart. He's only about 6'8", but plays with a lot of aggression. I think he's a former boxer type. So he brings that effort to the court every night.
Well, there was certainly a fight in Minnesota 3 weeks ago. There were a handful of one-game suspensions handed out. Stewart got a 2-gamer as Mitchell Robinson will come in. A round of applause for both him and Karl-Anthony Towns, who's checking out.
Yeah, silent night for Towns. And surprisingly, you see Harris going to the bench. So he's the leading scorer now for these guys.
Going to bring in Dennis Schroeder as Brunson gets to the free throw line.
Schroeder could be an X factor, folks. So they acquired him for his experience as well in the backcourt.
Yeah, he's played in the postseason more than anybody for Detroit. It's just his 69th postseason game.
And you're familiar with him with the Nets. The man out of Germany.
Brunson gets the free throws, and here is Schroeder, who's played over 20 games for 3 different teams this year. As he attacks the paint, finds Stewart, and he missed the layup.
Oh.
Robinson got a hand on it, but it's off of the Pistons.
Stewart knows he has to finish that.
He averages just 6 points a game. He's on the floor for his defense because of Duran's 2 fouls. Brunson off the dribble, off the mark.
Cunningham looking for his first basket of the evening.
Drives on Bridges and banks it home. Tough 2. Pistons back within 3. Anunoby passed up Bullock. He'll drive baseline. Robinson the rebound, and the putback is good.
Robinson and the Knicks will be charged with delay of game warning. Next one will be the penalty. So the Pistons will bring it up.
Now Robinson could be a real X factor in this series. You mentioned that Detroit won the last 3 games in the regular season to win the series against the Knicks. They never saw Robinson, and as Mitch put it, I don't know them, they don't know me. So he could really swing this series, maybe like he did 2 years ago against Cleveland.
Another reason why he could swing it, Stewart is not a scorer. Duran is not a scorer. So he doesn't have to worry about coming on the perimeter to defend the 3-point shots.
It's great to see him back in playoff action. It's, of course, when his season came to an end last year. Went through a 10-month layoff. Cunningham. Over Anunoby. Tip slam by Stewart as Robinson went over to double team.
Pistons led the league in dunks. Over 550 this season.
Bridges on the move. Finds Anunoby. That's his spot. Couldn't hit from the corner.
Stewart starting to get a rhythm now. Previously slamming and jamming.
Anunoby got a hand in there. And they're going to call a foul on OG.
And that's a foolish foul. Look where Cunningham is. He's almost out of bounds trying to catch the ball. Watch this foolish foul, folks. Watch where Cunningham is. It's not a threat from there, OG. Come on. You have no fouls to waste.
We've already seen foul trouble for Detroit. Both Amen Thompson and Jalen Duran had to come out with 2 early personals. Final 4 minutes opening quarter, and Hardaway got loose inside to make it a 1-point game.
Cade averaged 9 assists in their regular season.
Only 6 other guys had his full season averages in NBA history as Brunson's pass was picked off by Beasley, but it gave it back to Anunoby. Open look for Bridges. Too strong, but Anunoby gets the offensive board. Shamet coughed it up to Hardaway. He's ahead of the pack, and the Pistons take the lead.
The catalyst for the Pistons turnaround this season, defense. You saw it there a couple of times, finally coming up with the steal.
5th best defense in the NBA since the start of January as Bridges connects from the mid-range. Very efficient start for him. He's 3 out of 5.
But the Pistons have weathered the storm. Their top gun had not scored. They were trailing, and now they are only a point away.
Anunoby reached in again there with 2:59 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, the former Knick with a knack. Getting in the passing lane at 6'6". Slamming and jamming.
You know what's surprising?
Subway at 2 a.m.
Lead late first quarter. Stay in the know about all things postseason on our playoff hub. From purchasing tickets to our Crosstown Express schedule and more, head to Knicks.com/playoffs. With the Hall of Famer Walt Clyde Frazier, I'm Tyler Murray. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast team. It's Alan Hahn.
Thanks, Tyler. Well, Jalen Brunson with 7 points here early on in the first game of the playoffs. Let's reintroduce ourselves to playoff Brunson. Let's remember that this was a guy last year. He had one terrific run in the postseason, averaged 32 points a game and 7.5 assists, 5 40-point games. Just a fantastic all-NBA season, and then he brings it up in the playoffs, something Tom Thibodeau said, you try not to take it for granted because you appreciate everything he does, but his competitive spirit is spectacular. That's what makes him who he is. The Knicks expect more of that this season. Tyler?
Thank you, Alan. Yeah, he took a couple of games to get into rhythm last year against Philly, but then in game 3 he scored 39 and then had 40 in 4 in a row. Here's Deuce McBride's first shot of the postseason. It's straight out of bounds after the Beasley three-pointer put the Pistons in front by 2.
Yeah, Beasley coming on the curl play. No one in the same area code. Let's see if the Pistons go back to that play.
Knicks started the game by making their first 2 3-pointers. They have missed their last 6.
Well, OG was off to an auspicious start. He's squatted down.
Cunningham worked his way inside, but left it short. Brunson on the move. Inside-out dribble to get rid of Schroeder. Left it short. Ball out of bounds. Pistons ball.
Brunson's shaking, but no baking. As you alluded to, coming up short. And the Pistons will bring it up.
And they're going to bring in 19-year-old rookie Ron Holland, who played in every game this year except one. He was suspended for that aforementioned scuffle in Minnesota as Cade Cunningham comes out for the first time.
Holland, very good player, folks. He's the 5th pick overall, first round out of the G League.
They've had the number 5 pick in 3 consecutive drafts. It was Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, and then Ron Holland in the 3 years after getting Cade Cunningham number 1 overall.
Harris has been successful posting and toasting.
Oh, he's got that mid-range jumper working today. It was not much of a factor for most of that series against the Sixers last year, but he's made 3 of his first 4 shots.
Yeah, Harris averaging 13, has 7 now.
11-2 run for Detroit as Anunoby steps through the lane and scores.
OG, we mentioned, open the game, reeling and dealing the 2 threes. So trying to get back on track.
He and Brunson both have 7. Both teams sharing the wealth here. A combined 10 different players have scored. With still 90 seconds to go in this first quarter. I don't know how Schroeder got that pass up top to Harris, but he capitalizes with another mid-range jumper.
Sweet jumper by Harris now. Both have been about 15 feet away.
Brunson double team. Good skip pass to an open Anunoby. And he knocks it down.
This is the OG we saw in the last 20 games, folks. Very efficient on the offense. Previously driving and thriving. This time the 3 ball from the corner.
10 first quarter points for OG Anunoby.
Good dishing by Brunson to find him.
Career high 7 assists a game this season for Brunson. Holland, not really a 3-point shooter, just 24% in his rookie season. Brunson in and out. He starts the night 1 for 3 from downtown.
Yeah, no fouls to give for the Knicks.
Schroeder didn't have any options other than bricking his 3, but Holland pulls the rebound away from Shamet.
Shamet did not box him out. Didn't even know where he was. Good double team there. They should have doubled along the sideline.
Just 4 to shoot. Schroeder knifes inside. Foul on Brunson. Pistons want a goaltend on the Robinson block. And with 16.6 to go in the quarter, Brunson picks up the personal as we look at his facilitation.
Let's take a look at the maestro. Led the team in dishing with 7 a game. And this time OG for 3. Yeah, and then Schroeder, clever, slick at the line now, looking for 2.
That's your Dash Pass delivery, brought to you by Dash Pass.
Schroeder's been around the league, like you say, Ty. 3 teams this season.
That's right, and this is the 9th team he's played for now in his 12-year career. Karl-Anthony Towns will check back in for Mitchell Robinson.
Towns has not scored, folks.
Only taken 1 shot in 7 minutes. It was a 3-pointer, though, which is something he hasn't really used all that much. He took a total of 18 threes over his last 7 games of the regular season. Second free throw short from Schroeder. 2-point game, and the Knicks can hold for the final shot of the first quarter.
Yeah, the Pistons have no fouls to give. Brunson has been elusive off the bounce.
7 first quarter points for him. Anunoby's got 10, posting up Schroeder. Has to hoist at the horn. He got it! OG Anunoby caps off with 12 points first quarter, and we are tied heading into quarter number 2.
So a good 2-man game with OG and Brunson. Remember previously Brunson found OG in the corner with a 3 ball. This time manipulated off the bounce to beat the shot clock.
Anunoby's had 2 hot stretches already, including 7 there to end the quarter. No surprise, playoff atmosphere. Maybe no surprise the score either. 27-27 after 12 minutes at the world's most famous arena. First quarter was a good one, 27-27, knotted up, and OG Anunoby has 12 of the Knicks' 27 points. Rep the orange and blue with the latest pieces from the Knicks playoff collection. Scan the QR code or head to Knicks.com to shop now.
Eclectic group of Knicks trying to find harmony out there now. So some first stringers, second stringers, and ditto the Pistons.
Knicks basketball is presented by Chase. Knicks come out with Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, Cameron Payne, Josh Hart, and Karl-Anthony Towns.
Essentially 4 guards on the court now for the Knicks.
Payne for 3. That's why he's out there.
Giving Payne that time, straight on with the hoop.
Knicks back in front. You hear a lot about tight playoff rotations. We have seen 4 guys off the bench already. Hardaway catch and shoot. That's good.
Vintage Hardaway on the curl. He and Beasley like to come from left to right side. So doing a good job on the right elbow.
Hardaway, of course, made a run to the NBA Finals with the Mavericks last year. Didn't play a ton, but he brings plenty of experience to this young Pistons team. Now it's Towns on Harris. And a whistle and a 3-second violation.
Defensive 3 seconds. Towns looking for his first points of the evening. They've been doubling him, so he's been a little tentative, apprehensive. There's the man who turned it all around.
He's been asked a lot about the rematch against Tom Thibodeau from 2 years ago as the Knicks beat Bickerstaff's Cavaliers in 5 games. But I think correctly he said totally different year and obviously a totally different team. Towns, good court vision to a cut in Shamet. And the Knicks are up 3.
Poor court vision by the Pistons, allowing a cross-court pass through the defense.
Towns' passing can be such a game changer. The Knicks are undefeated when he gets at least 6.
And we like that, Tyler, because he hasn't scored, so he's doing other aspects of his game.
Schroeder stonewalled by McBride, so got rid of it to Harris, and Josh Hart commits his 3rd foul.
Harris already has 9, only averaging 13, looking for 2 more. Let's take a look at Hart hacking and whacking. Hart 6'5", Harris 6'7". No question about that one. Coach again leaving Hart on the court.
Of course, he became a New York Knicks playoff legend last year. The ultimate Iron Man, playing multiple games, all 48 minutes. Is trying to keep the Knicks afloat as they dealt with so many injuries in that Pacers series.
We've seen quintessential Harris tonight. So at 6'7", he's posted and toasted. He's been able to make the 15-footer straight on. This time creating havoc off the bounce.
He averaged just under 14 points a game in the regular season, his lowest since his 2nd year in the league, which was 12 seasons ago. But
remember, as a Sixer, he was much maligned. They were not happy with his productivity in the playoffs with all the money that they said he was making.
Jimmy Butler didn't help either, saying Tobias Harris over me. McBride threw it away, tipped by Schroeder.
Knicks meandering on the offense now.
Catch and shoot from Hardaway, that won't go, and Towns gets the tip rebound.
Shamet got an early first guy off the bench, and he's looking for points.
Payne for 3. Not this time. Hard fighting for the rebound, but Duren out-muscled him. He does that to a lot of guys, Jalen Duren.
Oh, the shake and bake by Schroeder. Shamet doing a good job.
Shamet's defensive effort has been incredible this year. A rare miss from Harris, but a not-so-rare slam from Jalen Duren. He's got 220 dunks this year. Top 5 of the NBA.
We mentioned they led the league in dunks, and that's why he's shooting 70% from the field.
Yeah, Pistons franchise records for field goal percentage for Jalen Duren. Towns lowers his head, muscles past Harris. There's an easy 2 for Towns, and the Knicks are back in front.
Schroeder didn't know where the ball was. No one giving any help on that play.
Mid-range jumper won't go for Schroeder. Shamet hasn't been able to take a 3 yet. Goes right to the rim and draws a foul. Duren thought he had a clean block. And for now, it's free throws for Shamet with 9:20 left in the 2nd quarter.
Duren previously huffing and stuffing. He's 6'10". Shamet 6'6". And watch Towns. Where's the help? Look at Schroeder. He doesn't even know where the ball is. Look at him. I don't know how guys play D and you don't know where the ball is.
That's your Built Ford Tough Play of the game, brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Take a look at Towns again off the bounce. So quick, he's on the bench.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of select new 2025 Sportage and 2025 Sorrento models.
Well, if you want my 2 cents on interest rates, we got options.
My 2 cents. This one's priced to sell.
My 2 cents?
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 Here's my 2 cents on planning for the future. Interest plus interest equals more interest. Come on, you gonna drink that?
Hi, Joan. Perfect timing. I have a few questions.
Of course. Let's look at your plan.
So, do you, do tricks?
No, Richard, I'm a genius. I'm not doing tricks for you.
Right.
Oh, all right, fine. I'll show you one trick. Toss me your phone. Okay, here we go. NerdWallet will find the right credit card or auto insurance for you in minutes.
Yep, just by answering a few simple questions.
Wow, smart.
Yeah, it's smart. It's genius, Richard.
Genius, Richard.
Genius! Nerds!
What time is it? Showtime!
You know what's surprising?
Subway at 2 a.m.?
Oh, no. The prize is you could win with the new scratch-off games from the New York Lottery.
That is surprising.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Bonkers.
Seriously, that is outrageous.
Nothing surprises a New Yorker like new monthly scratch-off games from the New York Lottery with prizes up to $10 million.
Or current eligible GM lessees. Get this low mileage lease on this 2025 Cadillac XT5 for around $429 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Knicks 35, Pistons 34. Successful challenge, though, from J.B. Bickerstaff. So no free throws for Landry Shamet. It's a block for Jalen Duren.
Benjamin Duren 6'10", Shamet 6'6". Where Eagles there. And Durham getting the better of Shamet. Splendid rejection, rising and surprising him.
And the Pistons have possession, so they'll take over. Monday night on MSG, the Knicks take on the Pistons in Game 2. Live coverage begins at 7 o'clock with Knicks Game Night, followed by tip-off at 7:30. Game 2, Monday night on MSG, or stream it on MSG Plus, now in the Gotham Sports app. Another reason that challenge is big, it would have been the third personal foul on Jalen Duren. The starting center has only been able to play 7 minutes so far.
Duren averaging 11 points, 10 rebounds, 1 block shot. You just saw a stupendous one on Shamet.
Averaging a double-double, impressive for a third-year big man, just 21 years old. Knicks have McBride, Payne, Anunoby, and then the double big lineup, Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson playing together. Only saw this for about 40 minutes in the regular season. Off the air ball to three-pointer. Who's got it? It's Knicks basketball as Holland couldn't make the hustle play.
Cunningham Wolves continue. He only has 2 points in 10 minutes of action.
To be exact, 47 combined minutes with both Robinson and Towns on the floor together. A net rating of +9.
Towns looking to isolate now.
Long 2 is good. Knicks by 3.
Cunningham trying to find rhythm. Oh, he's got Towns on him.
And now he's 1 of 6. Just 2 points for Cade Cunningham. Playoff debut at Madison Square Garden, never easy.
Good transition D by the Pistons.
Towns on the attack. Got another one.
The Cat attack now. Previously isolated on the left side. This time driving adroitly along the baseline.
He only took 1 shot in the first quarter. It was a 3-point miss. Now he's 3 for 3 inside the arc. Holland traveled.
Let's take a look at Cat. Starting to become catalytic. Isolating with the 15-footer. And then driving and thriving along the baseline.
He scored 6 straight points for the Knicks. As we mentioned earlier, when he's going like this, nobody can guard Karl-Anthony Towns.
He's too far out now. He should post up closer.
And another 3-second violation on Detroit. Jalen Duren asking what he did wrong, and he's actually second in the league in defensive 3-second violations behind only Brook Lopez. So it's something the 21-year-old's got to work on.
Check this out, folks. Towns the best free throw shooter on the team, 83%. The best 2-point shooter, 54. The best 3-point shooter, 43. So phenomenal shooting by a 7-footer.
We've seen this before. Anunoby got to reapply the contacts with athletic trainer Anthony Goenaga. He's got to be very pleased, Clyde. The Knicks finally fully healthy. They haven't had their full rotation available for more than 5 games all year. In those 5 games, they're 3-2, with the only losses coming at the Lakers and here against the Celtics. Towns steps back for a long 2, not this time.
He was hell-bent to get that shot off. Not a good one.
Now Beasley, hounded by Payne. Spinning baseline. Campaign making his life tough, and he forces the miss.
And look at that, Robinson and Towns in the same game.
They had that rebound covered, no question. And now a foul on Cade Cunningham. That's his first.
You can see the frustration on Cade's face now. Nothing has gone his way. OG looking to post and toast. Look at the shoving by Cunningham, grabbing the jersey. So very blatant foul.
See Anunoby fired up with that call as Brunson and Bridges are about to check in. And what a difference maker it is to have OG Anunoby as a guy who can score one-on-one in a playoff environment.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be all defensive team. Right now, slotting him in all defense second team. He thinks he's going to be, well, he said he thinks he's the defensive player of the year.
He's got an argument, right?
Yeah, in some respects.
Knicks by 6. Their largest lead is 7. Brunson marked by Beasley. Screen from Robinson. Brunson from the mid-range. Short. Started 2 of 8. Cunningham 1 of 6. Harris, the only hot hand for the Pistons.
Oh!
He gets a friendly roll. 14 for Tobias Harris. That's the new game high.
1 above his season's average. Knicks need some continuity, folks. Too much dribbling now. In isolation, Towns got to give it up.
Spins out of the double team. Out to an open Brunson. Ball fake. Finds Bridges in the corner. Inside. Anunoby blocked, but it drops in. They're going to wave it off, though. They say basket interference. So no basket. Pistons ball. Let's see.
Before the Knicks lost some points when Shamet was blocked by Durham. And now this play as well taking away points.
And they said he was hanging on the rim too long while the ball was still in the cylinder. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Pistons have led by as many as 4. They're down 3 here. Cunningham crosses into the paint. Gets it to go.
So he used his body to defend Bridges. So Cunningham is 220, folks. 225 pounds at 6'6". So Bridges is like 205. No problem eradicating him that time.
He had 2 very impressive performances at the Garden as Duren fouls Brunson. There's the 3rd foul on Jalen Duren. It's the 2nd in the quarter on Detroit.
And folly continues, by golly. We mentioned guys that have never played in the playoffs. All he had to do was use the sideline as an extra man. Didn't even have to move. But that's the pressure you're under in the playoffs.
Okay, order up. Here comes beef stew. As Duren checks out. Duren actually leads the league in committing shooting fouls and is back in foul trouble again. Bridges off the inbound, keeps his dribble. Brunson with room up top. Steps through Thompson, and the floater wouldn't go.
Brunson's shots have been coming up short, or that time too strong.
Beasley left alone. Transition 3 from Malik Beasley, and the Pistons retake the lead.
Beasley, a 41% shooter from behind the arc, folks. Against the Knicks this season, he shot 48%. Swishing that time.
8-0 Pistons run.
Brunson has missed his last 2.
They're going to play for Anunoby. Too strong on the corner 3.
1 and done for the Knicks now. Pistons, a little more pep in their step.
Harris can't connect. And this Detroit team loves to run. They're 2nd in the NBA in fast break points.
Well, because of their defense. So their defense allows them to get out in transition.
Brunson finds room. Tip in by Robinson. They're tied at 42.
Mr. Robinson able to capitalize.
Mitch played a season-high 33 minutes last Friday against Cleveland as Beasley's left alone again, and he makes the Knicks pay. Beasley 3 of 4 from downtown, now 4 of 5. And we've seen this before.
Ty, the operative word is left alone again. How are you going to leave the guy alone again and he's the one hurting you?
Towns baseline drive. Floater is good. They've done a great job on Cade Cunningham. Held him to 2 of 7 shooting, 4 points. But the second priority has to be slowing down Malik Beasley.
But I like what Cunningham is doing. He's not forcing the action. You know, he's taking his time, letting the game come to him.
Didn't get the roll that time, and Robinson gets the board. Brunson's got 7, 3 assists. Trying to get into a rhythm with Thompson on his hip. 2 strong. Tip slam Robinson. Incredible.
The master blaster by the 7-foot Robinson. Delighting and exciting the crowd.
Beasley faked a heat check. Now will take one. Towns the rebound. Long outlet to Anunoby. Breakthrough move. Cunningham fouled him. And that's 2 on Cunningham.
Let's take a look at Mitch. Rounding into form now. Starting to become a factor in the paint. Huffing and stuffing. So nice. Got to show it twice. And 3, so you get a better look. So the crowd was in a frenzy after that stuff by Robinson.
It is an easy choice for tonight's Audi electrifying play as Anunoby sinks the first free throw.
Pistons have shown no nerves in this game. So they're hell-bent, even though their top gun right now has been struggling.
JB Bickerstaff calls timeout. Knicks 47, Pistons 45.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country?
Rod Strickland is here, along with Latrell Sprewell. Larry Johnson's in the building. Grandmama and John Starks, along with Knicks ambassador Patrick Ewing and his daughter Randy, who works at the NBA offices. And proud UMass standout Marcus Camby is here. There's Stephon Marbury. And the aforementioned Bernard King. What a series he had back in '84 against these Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, legendary stuff by Bernard. Good to see all the legends around, giving support to the current team. And now OG back to the line.
Really made last year's playoff run special, seeing those guys jumping into each other's arms.
Yep, once a Knick, always a Knick.
Or in Tim Hardaway Jr.'s case, twice a Knick, always a Knick, because Anunoby gets both free throws. 48-45, New York leading Detroit. It's been a tight one. Neither team is led by more than 7.
Still, Cunningham has not been a factor.
Knicks stick with the double big lineup. Both Towns and Robinson on the floor, and a whistle and a foul away from the ball as Bridges was trying to keep up with Malik Beasley.
It's been a problem. Beasley elusive, abusive with that 3-ball. He likes to come on the curl play, but this time a non-shooting foul.
He's the kind of player, if he sees it go through early, you're probably going to see it continue the rest of the night.
I like his defense, too. He's played good D when he plays the Knicks.
Cunningham blocked by Anunoby.
Good double teaming that time. OG and Robinson suffocating Dion Cade. Penetrating but not devastating, so the Pistons will have it.
Inbound to Harris. His three-pointer is good. Tied at 48.
Harris has been their chief adversary. That time right in front of the pinch of the Pistons on their left elbow.
Again, he averaged just 9 points a game against the Knicks last year with Philly. They played 36 minutes a night across that series, but quite a performance here in Game 1.
Look at the defense by the Pistons.
Robinson shows off the handle. Cunningham fell down. Anunoby's got 2 to shoot. Brunson's got even less time, and the shot clock will sound.
Riveting D by the Pistons that time. So they will bring it up.
That is the 6th Knicks turnover. They've taken it away from Detroit 7 times.
This guy averages almost 5 turnovers a game. Was Cade to go with his 9 assists.
It's Cunningham with the 2nd most turnovers. Trae Young leads the league, or he did before his season ended yesterday in the play. Beasley closed out by Bridges, and he blocks him in the paint.
Bridges undaunted. He got it back.
Beasley fell down, and now they'll call Bridges for the foul. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, working diligently that time. Beasley, undeterred by the block shot, gets it back. So Beasley 6'5", Bridges 6'6". Now watch Bridges, just overzealous right there. So Beasley is in the running for 6th Man of the Year recipient, folks. He's averaging 16 points a game off the bench.
He's their 2nd leading scorer.
Yeah, many people feel Pritchard of the Celtics will be the beneficiary.
We also got 2 Cavaliers up for the award. Ty Jerome and DeAndre Hunter. Towns got a hand in there, stripped Cunningham, and they'll tie it up. Looks like Towns and Cunningham will jump. A frustrating start for Cade Cunningham, and the frustration's boiling over a bit.
Much ado about nothing right now. But the Pistons are protecting their superstar. And watch Beef Stew. Stewart is going to be the main guy over there, making sure everything is copacetic.
JB Bickerstaff said this week, it's important for us to be physical, but not emotional.
Cunningham, 6'6", Towns, a 7-footer. They will jump. Look at them.
Towns uses the size advantage. Knicks possess 2.5 to go before halftime. This game is dead even. Bridges to the mid-range. Tough fadeaway. Back rimmed it. Tipped by Robinson. Tried to save it. But Detroit will take over.
Good job by Cunningham denying Robinson the rebound.
This game could come down to which point guard catches fire, Clyde. Cunningham and Brunson, a combined 4 out of 20 from the field.
Yep. But again, Cunningham not forcing the action.
Beasley fell over again. No foul call this time, and Anunoby ripped it away. Brunson speeds in, throws it up. Bank shot missed. Now Stewart runs the break with Schroeder.
See, Brunson wanted the foul, but they did not give it to him.
Harris met by Robinson and a foul call.
So we mentioned the Pistons. Let's take a look at the defense now. Mauling and appalling Beasley. But watch Brunson. He thinks he got the foul right there, so he throws the ball up, but he doesn't get the foul. It was too quick. Pistons come right back. Harris has been thriving, so he's at the line looking for 2 more.
It's a game high 17-point first half for Tobias Harris, looking for a couple more. Stay tuned for the Verizon halftime report. We've got Bill and Wally in studio. First half stats and highlights, and the Emmy Award-winning Audi MSG 150.
We mentioned Harris, 14th season now out of Tennessee and Long Island.
Harris gets them both. A 19-point opening half for Tobias Harris. 3 of 4 from downtown. Malik Beasley 4 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Harris silencing the capacity crowd at the world's most famous arena.
Deuce McBride held scoreless so far. Of course, he had that incredible 21-point effort off the bench in last year's playoff opener. Brunson shrugs off Schroeder, spins, fades, short. But on the rebound, a loose ball foul against Isaiah Stewart.
It'll be a non-shooting. Pistons not in the penalty. You see Brunson, folks, it's tired legs. We mentioned he missed 15 games, but that was like 30 days that he missed. So he's still trying to round into form.
He said, you're never 100%, but he's pretty close. That was on the Roommates podcast this week.
Yeah, you see him missing shots normally he can make.
Trying to find a rhythm. There it is. Brunson for 2 to tie the game at 50.
He had a 14-footer that time.
So mark that one down. He started 2 out of 13. We'll see if he can stay hot. Cunningham spins on Anunoby. In the lane, he gets 2.
See how he uses his body at the last moment to shove guys off? We saw he did it with Bridges, who's much lighter than OG. So OG had no success as well.
So it can't be easy, all the different bodies the Knicks can throw at Cade Cunningham. You understand why he's off to a slow start. Anunoby in the corner, attacks the baseline, sealed off by Cunningham, and they'll call him for a foul.
You see, when you're guarding baseline like that, folks, you don't go towards the man. You beat him to the baseline. Watch Cunningham. He's going towards OG. You should be beating him to the baseline. See, come to the baseline. But he goes to OG. So that's why he's the perpetrator.
His defense is much improved this year, but that is his 3rd personal. Anunoby now 3 of 3.
When guys with baseline on me, I relax because I know I have help. I can use the line as an extra man.
One of the best defenders of your era. You don't get enough credit for that, I don't think.
What's that?
Your defense from back in the day.
Yeah, I was 7 times first team All-NBA.
Well, maybe you do get enough credit.
Consecutive, yeah.
There is Anunoby from the free throw line. And he'll tie it. 16 points. That's the Knicks high, but it's Harris with a game high 19.
Knicks have no fouls to give.
Schroeder holds the ball high. Tipped by Robinson. Anunoby, transition 3. Got it!
What about Robinson? That's what happens when you see the ball and see your man doing a good job with the steal, and OG draining and painting them.
14 productive minutes for Mitchell Robinson. Schroeder off the screen. McBride won't leave him alone. Deuce took it away. Calling for a timeout. Will he get it? Jump ball is the call. And now Bill Kennedy comes in from the back end. Will they award McBride the timeout? Yes, they will. So no jump ball. The Knicks will keep it, and they will get an opportunity for the final shot of the half.
We've been extolling the Pistons defense. Riveting. Suffocating. The last 2 plays, it's been the Knicks. Robinson with the steal, OG with the 3, and this time Deuce diving and thriving. Watch Robinson with the steal. OG's going to be the recipient. Stopping and popping in transition, giving the Knicks momentum.
First half points for OG Anunoby. Deuce McBride, 3 assists as the Knicks led by 7, trailed by as many as 4, but now they're up 3 with a chance for the final shot of this first half.
I'm not him. I'm not Jack.
Points in the second quarter, and this was the vision, to have more options around Jalen Brunson. You don't necessarily need him to score 40 points every playoff game to be able to beat a team like Detroit. You got 19 from Anunoby, 10 from Towns, and Brunson, who made his last shot, trying to catch fire and join them.
And also Beasley has been chipping in with the mid-range, so a collective effort thus far for the Knicks.
Keep in mind, Josh Hart with 3 fouls has only been able to play 7 minutes so far.
Bickerstaff, a pedigree coach. His father was an excellent coach in the league as well.
Bernie Bickerstaff.
Back in my day.
Brunson, McBride, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. Brunson met by Schroeder, leans in and scores.
Schroeder, clever, slick. Brunson ambidextrous off the glass.
Harris has time. 3-pointer is good with .2 to go.
The best I've seen Harris play in a long time. And he has bedeviled the Knicks here in the first half.
57-55. Knicks with a 2-point lead. 22 from Harris, 19 from Anunoby. The playoffs officially underway at the Mecca of basketball.
Everyone of the Verizon halftime report. First half in the books. Game 1 between the Knicks and the Pistons. Tight first half with the Knicks up at the break 57-55. Great to have you with us, Bill Pito, along with Wally Zerbiak from our Lexus Gameside studio. So interesting first half. Jalen Brunson, only 4 of 15, and Cade Cunningham for Detroit only has 6 points and 3 of 10 shooting. So each team's star guard struggling a bit so far.
We know what the scouting report said. Try to stop those two guys. What I love about this first half is the physicality. Refs are letting them play. This is old school playoff basketball, and may the most physical team win in this series.
So OG Anunoby's played great D on Cade Cunningham. He's also led the Knicks with 19 points. He's our player profile presented by Dash Pass by DoorDash. Your door to $0 delivery fees. Anunoby 3 of 5 in the first half. Wally from downtown. Overall 6 of 11 from the floor.
That's not even the most impressive part. It was his defense. He was outstanding on Cade Cunningham. Offensively, the ball finds energy, and he has brought it in this first half on both ends of the floor, completely engulfed in the moment, in the atmosphere, in the playoff mode. This is what you have to do in order to win in the playoffs. Just get lost. Bring your game to another level. This is when stars and legends are made. Anunoby, an outstanding first half. And how about this guy? Long Island's finest, coming back home and lighting up the world's most famous arena. Didn't play well in last year with the Sixers, but boy, did he play well in this first half. The Knicks are going to have to leave someone open if they're going to be double-teaming Cade Cunningham all the time. And Tobias Harris was ready. He was left open. He knocked down shots, made big plays, was good on defense. What a first half to start this series.
Only in one game for the Sixers against the Knicks in last year's playoffs did Harris score above 10 points. He's got 22 in the first half. First half summary presented by Hyundai. 3-point shooting, Wally. 9 of 18 from the Pistons.
Yeah, that's impressive. Malik Beasley cannot leave him open. He burned the Knicks all season long, especially here at MSG. He loves shooting in this building. Got to find him and not leave him open the rest of the series.
Beasley 4 of 6 from downtown in the first half. MSG is 150. Next, we've got a couple of finals in the books today.
The Knicks halftime show is presented by Verizon.
If you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't need. Until now. Introducing the new My Biz plan from Verizon Business. Choose exactly what you want. Pay only
So it was the collective supporting cast put together 2 exciting quarters. It's a 2-point Knick lead heading to the second half.
And one thing we can ill afford to overlook, Josh Hart had no points, only 7 minutes. Robinson was a beneficiary of Hart's time. So Robinson filled in nicely, coming up with steals, some baskets as well, providing 6 points off the bench. So let's see if Hart can get it going here in the second half.
And Robinson 3 for 3 from the field and 3 offensive rebounds. Brunson made his last 2 shots of the first half after struggling early. Bridges got off to a strong start, 3 for 6 as Brunson off the screen nails a 3. 14 for Brunson. 2 of 4 from downtown. Does Cunningham have a response after a slow first half? Duran at the foul line, out to Hardaway. Drives on Brunson. Fall away is good.
Hardaway stopping and popping about 12 feet away. That side is the crowd again. They've been up and down. 18,000 will make it 19,812.
Nothing like it. Playoff basketball in this building. Anunoby trying to stay hot after a 19-point first half. Spins on Cunningham. And the step back drops in for him.
OG continues to attack with precision.
He's got 21 in 22 minutes.
Cunningham, he likes Bridges. He takes him inside, uses his body to defend them off.
Walks into a 3, wanted a foul. Air ball picked up by Duran, who averages 3.5 offensive rebounds a game, and it leads to 3 second chance points.
Hardaway previously driving the baseline. The straight on 3 ball this time.
Anunoby can't answer. Knicks by 2, opening 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Thompson only 3 points, looking to shake and bake.
There's so much damage inside. Nice dump off pass to Duran, who got fouled by Towns. That's the first foul on Cat.
Thompson doing a good job off the bounce, so Duran goes to the line for 2.
Sar Thompson, not much of a shooter. Nearly 80% of his points come inside the paint. Very dangerous inside. Meanwhile, Duran was actually a really good free throw shooter last year, up near 80%, but this season he's regressed to 67%.
You see that one was too strong.
J.B. Bickerstaff, understandably very proud of this team. He got votes for the Coach of the Year award that's put together by the Coaches Association, but that honor went to Kenny Atkinson. That's different from the official NBA Coach of the Year award.
Ironically, last year he was coaching the team that Atkinson won with this team.
The 1C Cleveland Cavaliers. Brunson off of a hard screen, catch and shoots 3 wide left.
Knicks becoming stagnant again. First guy gets it, shoots it.
So they have an answer for Tobias Harris in the second half. Anunoby gets that assignment here. Pick and roll with Duran. Towns helps on D. Out to Cunningham. Steps past Hart. Slides inside, but it's rejected by Josh Hart out of bounds.
They blocked about 3 of Cunningham's shots tonight. So the slick move by Cunningham. Hart, good pursuit to knock it away.
It's now 5 different Knicks with exactly 1 block. Hardaway off the inbound, rejected by Towns, but a foul.
So Hardaway starting to erupt now. Previously the baseline, a jumper, then straight on with the hoop. Now going to the line, looking for 2 more.
Another foul on Towns, so 2 quick ones early in this third quarter.
And they say he was not in the act of shooting. So the Pistons are having in front of Celebrity Row.
And fans want the Knicks to challenge, but Towns' offhand was grabbing the arm of Hardaway. It was a clean block, though. Hardaway steps inside and scores and one. Tim Hardaway Jr. did so much of his work from the three-point line, but penetrates and finishes there.
Watch the feline quickness right here. And then the K9 attitude. Not worried about them hacking and whacking. He's able to finish. So at the line, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Well, it's 3 fouls on Karl-Anthony Towns in 2.5 minutes since halftime. Hardaway completes the three-point play, so Pistons by 2. Of course, the majority of that first half, Towns had a running mate of Mitchell Robinson inside, who was in for Josh Hart. On the offensive end now, Towns backing down Harris. Turns to the baseline. Nails it! What a shot from Karl-Anthony Towns.
18 feet away.
So he's got 12. His previous 10 came in the second as a spin cycle from Asar Thompson gives the Pistons a lead again.
Mesmerizing. Cunningham, terrible defense. Oh, Jesus, running right in front of him to score.
We have seen 12 lead changes and 9 ties in this game. Cunningham had an open look, pass it up to Thompson, spins again, blocked by Bridges. That is the 6th Knick block. Every starter except Brunson has at least one.
Yeah, but that time Towns doing a good job making him hesitate, and then the Knicks able to block the shot. So the Pistons have it underneath.
Duran with 7 on the shot clock.
Towns to drop off of him. He can't shoot.
In the lane, jump hook is good.
Yeah, moving and grooving that time. But normally he's looking for a 15-footer. Let him.
Pistons now shooting 50% from the field and from downtown. They're 10 of 20 from deep. Towns lost his balance, somehow got it to Anunoby. Sidestep 3, short. Highlight denied.
They got numbers if they push.
Cunningham will, and he banks it in. Tom Thibodeau calls timeout, and the Pistons have matched their largest lead, a 4-point advantage, with 7:53 to go in the third.
Cunningham take it and he give it. Before he let OG run right under the basket to score against him. But watch what he does this time. He retaliates and penetrates and creates as the Knicks want to talk it over. was out. Were you there?
I left that to the electronic wizard Howie Singer.
Yeah.
He told us it was electric. Warren Haynes was great. Cade Cunningham matched up with Anunoby again. Gets it to go and one. Well, Anunoby's been winning that matchup most of the night, but Cunningham now with 10 and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Mentioned he's a smooth operator. Watch how he uses his body at the last minute to fend off OG. Able to sneak it in. And that's nothing OG should feel bad about. What could you do? He did all he could do. Cade at the line for one.
Stewart comes in for Durant.
Cunningham reminds me of the Big O when he goes in that one-on-one. You know, the Oscar was like that 6'6", that overpowered guys off the bounce.
It's funny you say that because his averages this year, 26 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. They've only been replicated by 6 players ever. LeBron, Jokic, Luka, Westbrook, Harden, and Oscar Robertson.
The Big O, yeah.
The comparisons on point as always, Clyde. Approaching the final 5 minutes of the third. Towns has only taken 1 3 so far tonight. Good matchup with Stewart, and they will call the big fella for his third personal.
They haven't allowed Towns to create a problem off the bounce. So you see they're looking to double if he gets away. Stewart right there, overzealous with the push.
He's got his right hand on him the entire time.
But to me, that's the Knicks' problem. Too much dribbling, Brunson and Towns. They need to get other people involved here.
Brunson steps back on Beasley, knocks it down. He started 2 of 13. He is 5 of 6 since.
Look at OG denying. So Cunningham has it now.
Fights through the Stewart screen. Towns is lurking, and he kicked it. 14 back on the shot clock.
You're seeing some exquisite defense now, folks, by both teams. They are digging in. Old-time defense, pushing, shoving, playing with a lot of grit now.
Anunoby went down, no call. Cunningham looking to take advantage with a Hardaway 3, and he buries it.
Tim on the right elbow that time.
11-point third quarter for Tim Hardaway Jr.
That's only what he's averaging on the season.
Anunoby's got 23. 19 in the first half.
Good D by Cade, taking away the back door.
Towns working on Stewart again. Took a hit, threw it up and in.
Towns has made some very difficult shots.
He is 7 of 9 tonight as Cunningham rips the net.
Weaving and achieving was Cunningham. A little razzle-dazzle between the legs to get to the hoop.
Pistons shooting 52% from long range and inside the arc now.
Seeing NBA action. That ball off of Brunson, it looked like.
I thought so too, but it'll stay with the Knicks, and the Pistons do not argue as Mitchell Robinson will check in.
Seeing some NBA action now, folks. NBA at its best. Playoff time. Knicks have it underneath.
It's been a busy day in the association. The Pacers beat the Bucks, and the Nuggets in overtime beat the Clippers by 2. Anunoby.
Cade on his case now.
Sealed off the baseline drive. Anunoby wants another crack at it. Off the bottom of the rim. That's going down the other way.
Good D by Cade, and then Beef Stew coming in to help.
So Knicks have Robinson playing with the rest of the starting 5 aside from Towns as Deuce McBride heads to the scorer's table. And JB Bickerstaff said he wasn't going to be afraid to play his bench. He's got 3 bench guys on the floor now as Cunningham leans in. Missed the leader. That's the easiest look he's had all night.
Yeah, aiming that shot, showing a little lack of confidence.
Robinson will hand to Bridges. Matched up with Schroeder. Off the heel, Stewart, quick outlet. Tim Hardaway sprinting ahead. He throws it down. I thought that went through the hoop. And Bill Kennedy says it went through and then came back out, so count the bucket for Hardaway.
And Hart looked like he ran into Hardaway, but no foul call. Watch what happens to Hardaway. No, he just missed the misstep. Hart didn't touch him.
Now hang on here, Bill Kennedy. The ball never went through the net. They're not going to count that basket. So the hustle from Josh Hart pays off. It looked like Hardaway was 2 steps ahead of everybody. Well, J.B. Bickerstaff can't believe it.
Obviously a pivotal play right now, folks. What he's talking about? The ball went through.
Had to go all the way through the net. The official.
I've never seen that before.
If you haven't seen it, I guarantee I haven't.
Never seen that before.
The official ruling is offensive goaltending, but Brunson finds Bridges, extra feet for Deuce McBride, who just checked in. Blocked by Stewart. Robinson got a hand on the rebound, but it winds up with Beasley.
With Robinson out there, Deuce has to know you can't get to the hoop.
Cunningham had it stripped. And loose ball picked up by Bridges.
Brunson in a hurry.
Coast to coast.
Oh!
Back by Robinson. And a blocking foul is called beforehand.
And Brunson turned his ankle. He's holding his ankle again, folks. He's holding his ankle.
They wipe out the Robinson putback. It was a blocking foul on Schroeder. It was Brunson's right ankle that kept him out for 15 games.
Brunson in a hurry. Steps on the foot with his right foot. Steps on the leg of, what was that, Hardaway?
Yes. Back in March, his foot landed on a Lakers shoe, which is what kept him out for about a month.
Yeah, he was on Schroeder that time a little bit, but not a lot, so maybe that saved him.
Let's get to your Cadillac trivia question. Speaking of Jalen Brunson, brought to you by Cadillac. Last year, he tied Michael Jordan and Bernard King for the second longest streak of 40-plus point playoff games with 4 in a row. He was the only other player with a longer streak. Post your answer using hashtag at Cadillac Trivia.
I read that and I can't remember.
Probably because you D'd that guy up pretty well back then. One of your All-NBA selections. Well, Brunson gets the free throws. He'll stay in the game. Josh Hart is heading towards the scorer's table. Beasley over Robinson. Bridges the rebound.
Good contesting by Robinson.
Beasley started 4 out of 5 from downtown. He's 0 for 5 cents.
Brunson's starting to take over now. They're not looking to double. I'm surprised.
Brunson's got 20. Leans up by Schroeder, and Beasley turns around to find it.
Nasty rejection by Schroeder.
And he gets through Bridges to give Detroit a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Schroeder's only 6'1", doing a good job that time on the D.
Brunson keeps his dribble. Anunoby slips inside, blocked by Stewart. Anunoby had it taken away by Schroeder.
Schroeder omnipresent now.
Beasley in the corner. That's good.
We've seen this show before, folks. The tenacious defense. Schroeder 2 consecutive times. Splendid D. This time Beasley the recipient.
Largest lead for the Pistons. They're up 7, 94 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Let's take a look at Schroeder. 6'1", Brunson 6'2". With the left hand. And Beasley 6'5", Bridges 6'6". But he's going to take him to the hoop off the glass. And then again, Schroeder, again getting into the passing lane. That's beef stew with the rejection. Schroeder knocks it away. And Beasley, left side of your screen. He makes 4 threes. He attempts 9 a game. Tantalizing the Knicks here.
He said he's not afraid to dance. He missed 5 in a row before that make. Interesting turning point in this game. It seems as though the star point guards have found their offensive rhythm. Brunson's got 9 in this third quarter. Cade Cunningham with 7, but it is Detroit with the 85-78 lead. The Gotham Sports app is now a top 5 most downloaded sports app in the nation on the Apple Store. To stream live Knicks games and more of your favorite New York teams, including the Yankees, download the app or visit GothamSports.tv today.
Also, kudos to Hardaway. Hardaway stepped up his game. So he's got 18. And the Pistons now putting a lot of pressure on the Knicks. The Knicks have talked it over. They will bring it up.
And so far, the Pistons have answered the question, who can carry the scoring load if not Cade Cunningham? Harris with 22, all in the first half.
Cunningham on the bench now, and the Pistons are thriving.
Harris and Hardaway the only starters. We got Beasley, Stewart, and Schroeder out there as well. A whistle and an offensive foul on Deuce McBride. Knicks turn it over for the 8th time.
And that's inexplicable, folks. You come out of a timeout. You call a timeout, and you come out and show this type of folly. Not a good effort by the Knicks.
Being outscored by 9 since halftime.
Schroeder coming their nemesis.
Pull up 2. That one rattles in. Everything's dropping right now for Detroit. They're back to 52% from the field.
Previously, Schroeder stealing and dealing. This time stopping and popping.
7-0 run is now the largest lead for either team.
Lucas Schroeder, good job staying on his feet. Brunson turns his ankle again.
Now a 3 from the heart. It's good. And Brunson will hobble back across midcourt.
Let's see if they look to exploit Brunson.
It's Hart's first 3-point attempt, but obviously the main concern is Jalen Brunson.
Schroeder knows he's weak.
Wow, another one from Dennis Schroeder.
They acquired Schroeder late in the season, folks, and this move is paying off right now. And we mentioned, Ty, that he has more playoff experience than any Piston.
His next game will be number 70 in his postseason career as Brunson will draw the foul.
But Brunson is hobbling, folks. Not a very positive sign for him. Watch what he does here. See, it just crumbles. Nothing happened. They're leaving him out there.
Remember, it's just his 5th game back with that ankle sprain. Averaged 21 points and 6 assists in the last 4 games of the regular season.
So Pistons getting some offensive players out there now. Harris checking in.
Bridges 2-man game with Robinson. Now they get Hart involved. Gets past Harris. He's stripped on his way to the bucket. And the Knicks will keep it with 8 to shoot. And the Pistons, they won their 2 games in the regular season here in New York, and it was mostly because of good first quarters. But here's the 3rd quarter that swung things the Pistons' way.
And Schroeder, the catalyst. And now, he's the culprit.
A second foul on Schroeder. Brunson made the initial move to get by him, but then Schroeder caught up to him.
But Schroeder made 3 crucial plays. He blocked a shot on Brunson. Then he came up with the steal. Then he's made a couple of threes. This time, though, he's the culprit with the foul.
Well, Brunson's got 20, including 9 in the quarter.
Yeah, but I don't like the Knicks. There's too much bouncing to me, folks. There's no continuity.
Playoff physicality. Not much there, but it's only a matter of time. As Anunoby will check in for Deuce McBride.
Well, he's checking in for defense. The Knicks need a stop here. Once Brunson takes the free throws. So both coaches playing chess.
Brunson 6 for 6 from the free throw line. 22 points, 5 assists. The Knicks have not missed from the strike yet. They're 12 for 12.
They've been in the penalties in 6 minutes in this quarter, so obviously cannot foul.
The Garden faithful willing the Knicks defense back to life. Cunningham. Kick out to Hardaway. Gets by Anunoby, draws the foul, and he'll go to the foul line.
Hardaway has been on the floor a lot tonight, but he's also been elusive. Normally not his forte, creating off the bounce. And this is what we talked about a lot, Ty, the Knicks not being able to get stops. This has been a problem all season. We know they're a better offensive team, but the defense now not getting stops, can't keep guys out of the paint.
We mentioned the playoff physicality keeping up. Let's see. Yeah, a couple shots there on Anunoby's face from Hardaway.
Yeah. So Hardaway misses the first, has one more.
He shoots 86% from the line. As Towns will come in for Robinson.
You know, Tim's father, the Hall of Famer, had an excellent NBA career.
A 5-time All-NBA for senior.
Whoa.
Friendly roll for Hardaway. He's got 19. 12 in the quarter. And the Knicks will have to hurry. 1.9 left. Down 8. Hart to midcourt for Anunoby. Has time for one dribble. Did get it off in time, but it misses wide as he asked for a foul on Hardaway. To no avail. Well, quite the third quarter from Detroit. Knicks had a 2-point lead at halftime, but the Pistons outscore the Knicks 36-26 in that third frame. The fourth quarter of game one comes your way next. Pistons 91, Knicks 83 on a Saturday night at Madison Square Garden. The Pistons, after a very impressive third quarter from Detroit, they outscored the Knicks by 10. 4 of 6 from downtown, and it was Tim Hardaway that led the Pistons with 12 points. Cade Cunningham still has just 13 for the game, as the Knicks are trying to find a way to get stops and get back in this game.
Yeah, but he has 10 assists, 5 rebounds, so he's headed towards a triple-double. But it was Schroeder who catapulted them with his defense and his switching as well.
He had a block and 2 steals in that quarter. And a 5-second violation is going to start the quarter off right for the Knicks.
Yeah, good swarm in D in the backcourt. So the Knicks will have it there.
Nice job by Campaign. He's out there with McBride, Hart, Anunoby, and Towns.
See if the Knicks can capitalize on their folly. Look at this Pistons defense, folks. Look how they D up.
Hart gets it to go, falling out of bounds.
Towns has made 3 shots like that tonight, folks. Invincible right now.
He's making everything inside the arc. He's 0 of 1 from 3. And 8 of 9 from 2.
Vincent Cunningham, 10 assists, 13 points, 5 pounds.
Duran with a tough catch. He's got Thompson inside, met by Towns. Shot clock winding. Back-to-back turnovers forced by the Knicks to begin the 4th quarter.
Towns doing a good job harassing him. Thompson's got to shoot the ball. He was open. And Towns denied him, so the Knicks bring it up.
And they're getting Brunson a breather. Although, you wonder if it's by choice. He's not on the bench right now after maybe tweaking something in the 3rd quarter. Towns for 3. Yes! First 3-pointer for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's got 21.
That brings the crowd back into it.
3-point game. Schroeder steps back. Missed it over McBride. Duran the offensive rebound. Tied up by Hart. Dribbles out of it.
Durham averages the 10 rebounds to lead the team.
Cunningham hook pass to Duran. Inside, and Thompson finishes and one.
Remember before, Thompson was intimidated by a cat. Not this time. So watch the double team in the corner. And Duran, an excellent pass to Thompson. And then Towns starting to percolate 5 consecutive points. But it's Thompson now looking for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Again, one of the very best 3-point shooters in the league at 42%. Hasn't utilized that long-range weapon all that much today, nor down the stretch in the regular season. They might need it tonight as Thompson decks McBride, and he's calling for the foul. That's his 4th.
He's telling the coach to challenge the coach. See, this is just folly here, folks. The guy just trying to bring the ball up the court. Again, use the sideline. You don't go towards him. Go to the sideline.
Campaign hit a 3-pointer in the first half. He loses it here, and Thompson's all alone.
Oh!
It's the dunk! Knicks the other way. But then Hart gave it up to Duran.
Thompson too flamboyant on the play.
This time he keeps it simple.
Comes back and redeems himself. What a turn of events right there for the Knicks.
Felt like a real game-changing opportunity, but the Pistons forced the turnover after the missed jam. Now Payne slides inside and banks it through. Back to a 6-point game.
Again, the Knicks have not been able to get stops. Got to keep these guys out of the paint.
Now they call a foul on Campaign. It's his 1st.
And when they double Cade, he's been able to find Durham and Thompson. So they've got a good 3-man game going right now.
Well, Duran's coming out for Isaiah Stewart. So it is Schroeder, Cunningham, Thompson, Beasley, and Stewart.
Stewart brings that tenacious D with the shot blocking ability. Not much of a score.
Cunningham with 5 on the shot clock. Double team by Anunoby and Towns gets rid of it. Stewart stripped by Anunoby but got it back. Beasley at the horn, in and out. Hart in a hurry. Anunoby finds a corner shooter. McBride, too much.
They got numbers if they push. Now the Knicks get back.
Now Schroeder ducks inside. Layup is good.
And that's what we mentioned with Towns protecting the rim. This guy's 6'1".
Payne crosses Beasley. And he's fouled on the layup. And Payne gets the fans going.
Previously, Payne was penetrating the left side off the glass. So he's a southpaw. But this time, he's using the right hand.
As your Nerd Wallet high IQ plays, he's going to the free throw line as well.
Yeah, watch him cross over Beasley. There's the foul. Just send him to the line.
Smart play there by Towns to keep his hand away.
Timely hooping by Payne now.
Now Brunson will check in.
He's been in the locker room.
Obviously a good sight to see. 22 points, 7 of 20 from the floor, but seemed to find the range at the end of that second quarter. Payne completes the three-point play. 5-point game, 9:05 to go. As Stewart picked up his 5th foul.
Never the game in the regular season, Stewart fouled out. So he doesn't waste his foul.
Duran had to come right back in. Cunningham double team, strip, Anunoby on the deck for it. And it's going to stay with Detroit, but just 9 to shoot.
Suffocating D by OG. Hell bent, steadfast. That action right in front of the Knicks bench.
Cunningham on the corner inbound. Beasley got loose, missed the 3. And the rebound out of bounds. Knicks will take it. Tobias Harris checking back in. He was held scoreless in that third quarter after 22 in the first half.
Yep, Payne now providing the impetus. So he has 5 consecutive points for the Knicks. Hart, a silent night for Hart. So he's trying to pick it up.
Payne usually Brunson's backup, but he's playing with him right now, along with Hart, Anunoby, and Towns.
See, they're doubling Brunson now. There's a double.
In the lane on to Harris. Floater is good.
Good slicing inside by Brunson.
Schroeder on the hot. Leans in, left it short. Rebound swatted out of bounds. It's Pistons ball.
Schroeder. Let's take a look at Brunson. They've been trying to double him. And right there, he slices right between the double to score. And this time, Schroeder does a good job keeping it alive. Pistons have it underneath.
Duran hustles to grab the inbound. Schroeder off the pump fake. Foul line jumper. Short. Duran an offensive rebound. Out to Beasley. Not this time. Towns gets the rebound.
Beasley has gone cold. So has Schroeder.
Towns from the logo.
Oh.
Rebound Hart. Out to Payne. 3 for the tie. He got it.
Cam feeling no pain. Erupting the crowd. He has about 8 consecutive points. None bigger than that 3-ball from the right elbow. Hart. Painting them. Yeah, the crowd on their feet.
So, do you do tricks?
No, Richard, I'm a genius. I'm not doing tricks for you.
Right.
Oh, all right, fine. I'll show you one trick. Toss me your phone. Okay, here we go. Nerd Wallet will find the right credit card or auto insurance for you in minutes.
Yep, just by answering a few simple questions.
Wow, smart.
Yeah, it's smart. It's genius, Richard.
Genius, Richard.
Genius! Nerds!
Current owners and lessees of an eligible companion
have tied it with an 8-0 run, led by Cam Payne, who has not yet missed in this fourth quarter. He's 3 for 3 to get the Knicks right back in.
8 points for Payne here. Dramatic, emphatic play. Driving, getting to the free throw line on this one. Completing the three-point play. And then the three ball from the right elbow that had the crowd on their feet, propelling the Knicks into a tie.
They had some big shots for the Sixers against the Knicks last year in this first round. Wound up 8 for 18 from 3 in the series. Nice to see him doing it in orange and blue this year. That's J.B. Bickerstaff is sweating over there.
Yeah. Let's see what the Pistons have cooked up during the timeout.
Hardaway's been hot in the second half. Can't hit the two. Duran another offensive rebound. Another try for Hardaway. Missed again. And Anunoby gets the board.
They've become a basket case from behind the arc.
Brunson got fouled. And he dropped it in. What a play from Jalen Brunson.
The officials are letting him play. So Brunson, elusive, abusive, then the continuation. So he's at the line for one. MVP chance now, cascading from the crowd. Showing no ill effects of that ankle injury previously was Brunson.
He was 6 of 6 from the line before that miss. Still a 10-0 Knick run.
Pistons have gone ice cold from behind the arc.
Cunningham flips a double team. Pass to Duran. Good defense from Karl-Anthony Towns.
Intimidation by Towns, not creating the foul.
Brunson rejects the screen. One-on-one with Harris. He's feeling it now. Brunson out to Payne. 7 to shoot. He'll step into a 3. Got it! 13-0 Knick run. Cunningham stripped by Anunoby. Hart diving on the deck for it, out of bounds.
OG pounding, hounding, pounding Cade, and no foul call. But look at this man. Payne, again tantalizing the Nets. He's feeling it, baby, dancing, prancing back.
"14 points in his Knick playoff debut.
Some spillage on the court over there, Celebrity Row.
Some a cappella defense chants start up here at MSG without the help of the organ. Payne, by the way, his regular season high was 21. He scored 14 points in 10 minutes off the bench tonight, Clark.
In a nick of time, the Knicks needed someone to step up. It's been Cameron Payne.
11 points in this fourth quarter. He was signed to that one-year deal in the offseason to join his best friend, Mikal Bridges. He wondered where he might fit in this rotation. We found out throughout the season, and it's certainly been reinforced so far in game one.
As you can see right now, he's keeping Bridges on the bench because of his productivity.
Tom Thibodeau, he's played 4 bench guys, double-digit minutes tonight. 9-man rotation. Towns stole the inbound. Ahead to Hart, 2-on-1 with Brunson. He'll hand it off to the captain, and he banks it in.
We talked about playoff pressure. You've never been there. It could be overwhelming, and the Pistons are feeling it now.
It's a 15-0 New York run.
Towns previously intimidating defense. Now the steal, and the maestro, the recipient. Yeah, the Knicks dishing, swishing, taking charge of the game.
Luxury isn't about where you go. It's about how you feel getting there. with the thrill of 375 horsepower and the convenience of a 14.5-inch display. It's about being able to see things bigger than ever and turning a playlist into a concert. Welcome to the 2025 Genesis GV80 and GV70. Lease the GV70 for $399 per month or get 2.99% APR. Exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Any furry thoughts?
I think I need to do more with my money. Should I still be renting?
I live with my mom.
How much should I save for my kids' tuition?
What kids?
How early is early retirement? How much is in your 401k?
All my money's in checking.
What does the K stand for?
Ben, what's on your mind?
Could I be doing more with my money?
Let's look at where you're at and talk new goals.
Make sense of your money with Citizens.
Hi. Play for an ultra?
Racing for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer.
This is a meal. A first-of-its-kind, buttery, flaky sandwich that reminds you of when you studied abroad meal.
This brings me back to Paris. You had a layover.
Try the new croissant toast sandwiches. It's just meals good at Panera.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of select new 2025 Sportage and 2025 Sorrento models.
Taxi! Taxi! Take me to the garden and hit the music.
The Knicks lead the Pistons on the back of a 15-0 run to start a party here at Madison Square Garden. These fans are gone nuts. Tom Thibodeau, he went with 2 point guards on the floor together, and man, did it pay off. Campaign, Jalen Brunson having a monster fourth quarter.
Yep, propelling the Knicks now and the crowd into a frenzy.
Approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter. Harris, 22 points in the first half, nothing since, and Hart poked it out of bounds.
Good effort by Hart, one-on-one. Pistons retain it. Pistons have had shots, they can't get them down. So they become a basket case, especially from behind the arc.
They're 0 for 4 from downtown in the fourth quarter. Duran hands to Cunningham. He's been stuck on 13 points all night. Stripped by Towns. Hands to Hart. Ahead to Brunson for the easy lay-in.
Towns has been much maligned for lack of defense. Not tonight. Omnipresent at night in the Knicks in transition.
Largest lead for the Knicks as J.B. Bickerstaff yells down the bench to get Dennis Schroeder back into the game. Long three from Hardaway won't go. Towns the rebound. The marquee matchup for the entire series. Brunson against Cunningham now. Crossed him over, took him inside, blocked by Duran. Anunoby hustles to keep it alive with 5. Towns to Hart with 4. In the lane on Beasley. Ruddy layup is good. The Knicks cannot be stopped right now.
Very porous defense now by the Pistons. The Knicks taking advantage off the drive.
Harris on the move, reverse layup, misfire. Towns another rebound.
Towns ubiquity igniting the Knicks now.
Hart got another one. 21-0 run. Beasley finally gets one to go. Surprised the roof is still on here at Madison Square Garden as Brunson drains some clock. Ten-point Knick lead.
But you see how the Pistons have unraveled in this game.
A 28-10 advantage in the fourth quarter. Whistle and another 3-second violation on Jalen Duren. Free throw coming for Jalen Brunson with 4:05 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, we mentioned playoff pressure. So the defense has become very porous. They can't buy a basket. The Knicks continue to be on the rampage. And Towns, omnipresent, coming up with big steals, allowing the Knicks to get easy layups, especially the captain. And then Hart was scoreless early on in 7 minutes, but playing his usual game now, coming up with big plays again and off the bounce.
Hart 9 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, still finding a way to have an impact, even with the early foul trouble. Brunson started 2 of 13. He's 9 of 12 cents, and Karl-Anthony Towns puts the goggles on with a great dive. Cunningham on the move, net by Payne, and a foul called. No easy buckets for the Pistons down the stretch.
But the Knicks are getting plenty of easy opportunities. So Towns, oh, look away past the Hart. Yeah, you're seeing court vision, bro. So you've been catalytic, catapulting the Knicks. The Cats.
He's got the double-double, 21 and 11. 4 assists as well, of course, as part of a historic season. We saw Towns and Hart both have a triple-double on the same night this year. First time that's happened in Knick history. Cunningham gets the free throws. So 11-point Knick lead after trailing by 9 at the tail end of the third.
Yeah, it was the Payne show and the Brunson show. And now it's become contagious.
A 21-0 run is a season best for the Knicks. Brunson on Schroeder. Leans over. Front rimmed it. Tobias Harris still scoreless in the second half. Almost threw it away. He did throw it away. 18 turnovers for Detroit.
They usually average 14. But they are discombobulated now.
And they commit the 9th most giveaways in the league. And the Knicks have made them pay.
And their defense is not giving them offense. They can't get stops.
Towns powers inside and scores again.
The Swiss cheese D continues for the Pistons.
He's got 23. And Anunoby's got 23. And another steal. That's his 4th. Brunson finds Payne. Open 3. Rebound tipped over to Beasley. Now Harris runs over Brunson. A blocking foul call. They're going to count the basket and 1.
Harris, we mentioned, dominated the first half, didn't vanish. And now watch Brunson. Normally gets these calls, but not this time. He's the culprit. And Cat to the rack. The Matador D by the Pistons.
Clyde, the Knicks are 14 of 19 from the field in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's been mesmerizing, intoxicating play. Pistons are here because of their defense, but it is vanished in the fourth quarter.
The Knicks have ramped up the defense. They're forcing turnovers, and they've turned it into 25 points off takeaways. Now it's about late game execution. Up by 10, 2.5 to go. Towns working on Thompson, steps through, hangs in the air. No. Thompson turns and threw it away. 20 giveaways for this young Pistons team.
Thompson inexplicably bring the ball up the court, jumping in the air, throwing it away. So that has bedeviled the Pistons tonight.
Thompson shaking his head for fouls. Never gotten the rhythm tonight, at least not yet. Hart turns the corner, met by Cunningham, missed the layup, and Harris gets the rebound. Cunningham went down, fouled by Payne, and that is the 5th in the quarter against the Knicks. So Pistons in the bonus. They're not done yet.
Knicks doing too much reaching right now, folks. You have the lead. Just keep these guys in front of you. They are not making shots, so no reason to foul them.
If the Knicks hang on here, Payne will at least be the sub-headline for his 14 points. He did it initially in just 10 minutes.
And he did it when Brunson was hurting. Brunson had turned his ankle, and Knicks were in dire straits of offense. Payne stepped up.
Cunningham, a big miss from the free throw line as Payne comes out, and he gets a loud ovation.
Standing ovation from some. Payne, the most animated Knick, the most gregarious Knick, getting it on tonight.
You can tell he's happy to be in a playoff game, not as the enemy like he was last year. Nine-point lead, a minute 50 to go.
Yeah, Payne played so well, he kept Bridges on the bench up until this point.
Bridges with 6 points. Brunson finds him. Time to shoot, and he nails it. Bridges with 8.
The Knicks doing a lot of dishing and switching now. Early on, they were pounding the ball, but moving and grooving nicely to find the open man.
Cunningham between the legs, in the lane, an easy jam.
Too little, too late for Cunningham.
Knicks certainly hope so.
Yeah, Knicks have held him in check.
He's got 18. Brunson trying to work his way through Thompson, and they're going to say he's out of bounds with no foul call. A sarcastic round of applause from Brunson.
Why are you forcing the ref to make a call here? Just bring the ball up the court. He's trying to get a foul call.
31 points, 8 assists for Brunson, but a turnover there. Cunningham banked in the 3.
Banking and thanking was Cunningham on that one.
And on the inbound, a steal and a foul.
All of a sudden, the Knicks lethargic right now. Previously ill-advised dribble by Brunson. And Cunningham, watch the serendipity off the backboard this time. So he's made 5 consecutive points now.
There's Asar Thompson with his 5th foul. Schroeder tipped it away. And the Knicks will inbound again. Malik Beasley and Dennis Schroeder want a challenge.
Knicks got to stop meandering here, play basketball.
Quick inbound, so no opportunity to review. Now a 6-point game, a minute and change to go. Brunson gets past Thompson. In the lane, lefty layup, drops in.
A defiant Brunson that time would not be denied.
Cunningham, brick, rebound, Hart. Final minute, Knicks by 8. Spins away from Cunningham. Now it's time to drain some clock. Towns into Hart, has room, and he scores. Knicks by 10. 43.5 to go.
Hart has been the beneficiary of their good dishing. So he's been slicing inside for easy opportunities.
13 points all in the second half. Thompson air ball. It was tense here late in the third quarter. Knicks were down by 9, couldn't get stops. Then they went on a season best 21-0 run, and the party was on here at MSG.
Ty, they have a stat that the team that wins the first game in this series 75% of the time they go on to win the series.
I thought I heard Bill Pito say that in the pregame show.
Yeah.
Let's get the answer to tonight's Cadillac trivia question. It was on the tip of your tongue, Clyde, who has the longest streak of 40-point games in the playoffs. Jordan, King, and Brunson all tied for second. But the answer?
The logo.
You got it, the logo. Very good. Jerry West himself, 6 straight games in 65 where he scored at least 40.
That wasn't on me, though, so I was in college then.
I knew it couldn't have been on your watch. Can you stump us, the experts? Post your own questions to hashtag Cadillac Trivia.
It was after 65 that he got me.
Well, Brunson hits the free throw.
We got to hope Brunson is okay, guys, because, you know, he turned that ankle, but when you stay on it, it's not as devastating.
And yet another steal from Karl-Anthony Towns, perhaps a fitting end to this game. He's got 4 swipes tonight. Anunoby's got 5, and in the end, it was the defense that made the difference for the Knicks. And they come away with a statement victory in Game 1, 123-112, to take an early series lead on the Pistons.
Well, first of all, you mentioned the exquisite D by Towns. And then what about Cameron Payne? Cameron ran amok, propelling the Knicks there in the fourth quarter.
Cam Payne, 14 points, a big part of that 21-0 run that has only been matched and exceeded once since the 90s. That's the kind of aspirations the Knicks had coming into this season. Back-to-back 50-win campaigns as we check in at midcourt with Alan Hahn standing by with Karl-Anthony Towns.
Thank you, Tyler. Well, Gat, this was your first Garden playoff experience. What was this game like for you?
It was electric, as you hear. Fans came out today. They supported us. We wanted to be able to throw the first punch, so good job today by our team.
This was a war for 3 quarters. Then all of a sudden a 21-0 run for this team. What happened there in that fourth quarter that broke this game open?
I mean, we were just locked in. We got stops and translated them to points. So I've said it all year. This team is dangerous when we're getting turnovers and translating them to points. In the open court, where we got OG, we got KO, we got Josh, obviously Cap. You get them in the open court, it's good for us.
When you see Jalen Brunson go down, grab the ankle, then come back in the game and play the fourth quarter that he did, what do you think?
Did you expect anything less? You expect anything less from the most clutch player in the NBA? This is what he does. So, Cap is Cap.
I got to ask you one more question because we never get to talk to you about your defense. You had 5 steals and 2 blocks in this game. Tell me about that effort on the defensive end that we never really get to talk too much about.
Not bad from a non-defensive player, they say. So you got to leave everything on the court in the playoffs. So with these fans behind us, they energized me, and I was able to make plays for my team. So I'm happy about that.
All right, up 1-0 in the series. Thanks very much, Cat. Tyler, Clyde?
Good stuff, Alan. Thank you. You said it on both ends. Karl-Anthony Towns got it done. The Experience Amazing Play of the Game is presented by Lexus, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Knicks. That 3-pointer from Cam Payne tied the game. The Knicks got another bucket and then never trailed again. Nothing better than a 1-0 to start a playoff series. That's where the Knicks are after a 123-112 win over the Pistons.
Many people swear they've had stuffed crust pizza from